Thank you. Thank you, Governor Pritzker. Thank you, my fellow constitutional officers, and to the people of the great state of Illinois. I also want to thank my amazingly selfless wife, Josephine, for being the light of my life, my three little honey girls who you just had a chance to meet, Anna, Sophia, and Alexia, my mom, my brothers and their families, and all the families and friends that came down here, and all the Greeks that apparently came down from Chicago. Thank you so much. There have been some long speeches, so I'll try and be kind of brief here today. I do want to take a second to especially recognize one man in particular for his years of public service to our great state. Please join me in thanking the legend passing me the baton, my very good friend, Secretary of State Jesse White. "16 years ago, optimism, energy, and enthusiasm for being allowed the honor of serving my state. And I feel those exact same emotions today. But I feel another emotion today, one that comes from the experience of having served the people of Illinois. Responsibility. The people of Illinois have placed an enormous amount of trust in me, in all of us. You trust us to help realize your greatest hopes, and you trust us to keep some of your greatest fears from coming to pass. Today, more than ever, I appreciate the awesome responsibility of being the steward of your trust, especially now when so many people have been disheartened and have lost faith in the politics of our time. After all, think of what has happened to our nation since I last served 12 years ago. A violent and deadly insurrection on our capital, a failure to keep our children safe in their classrooms and our streets from gun violence, a dangerous turning back of the clock on a woman's right to choose, an inability to put a dent in the most pressing issue of our time, climate change, and a dangerous assault on voting rights, and the emergence of the once unimaginable concept that individuals don't have to accept the results of an election if they disagree with them. Together, today, we gather to honor the sacred results of a democratic process whereby government is chosen by the governed. Not since the earliest days of our nation do we fully appreciate the importance of what we're doing today. We celebrate here today a new chapter in Illinois, but we also celebrate our time-honored system of a peaceful, respectful transfer of power and the sanctity of your vote. We must protect these rights at all costs, and we must commit to doing better. We must do better for the working men and women of Illinois who, like the incredible Heart Marks workers I met in 2009, are not looking for handouts, but just the opportunity for work and a chance to build a better life for themselves and their families. We have to do better for the children of Illinois, who deserve our help in making up for all that was lost during the challenging days of the COVID crisis. We must do better for those who are seeking the promise of America for themselves and their families. We must do better, and I believe that we can do better. That is why I ran for public office once again after all these years. After watching all these developments that have undermined trust in our democracy, I realized that expressing outrage on Twitter and at the ballot box wasn't enough anymore. I remembered the lesson that my parents taught me growing up, that there are two types of people in this world. One that sees a problem and sits back on their couch and complains about it. The other that gets up and does something about it. Well, I'm getting up and doing something about the problems we all face because I want to fight. I want to fight for this state and this country, which I love so very much. And I want to show, thank you. And I want to show my 3 little girls that in life, service to a greater good is something, I cry whenever I talk about my kids. So. Service to a greater good is something that everyone must strive for, but especially to those who much has been given. And as I stand here and speak about the American dream, I think about my parents, my family. They have given me everything, especially my dad, who I know is watching from above. They came to this country as immigrants, and when they came here, they had nothing but their hopes and their aspirations. Together, they struggled and made countless sacrifices for their 3 boys, but they built a life, a successful business, they raised children who have achieved beyond their wildest imagination, and they truly lived the American dream. I am so proud of my parents. I am so proud of my family. I am here because of them. A loud round of applause. I am thrilled to be celebrating with you all today, but today for me and our team, today is a work day. When I was state treasurer, my very first day in office, I passed the most wide-ranging comprehensive ethics package in state government, and today, as soon as I leave here, I will sign new executive orders ensuring ethics and integrity in the Secretary of State's office, transparency, good government, and using technology and innovation to eliminate the time tax that too many of you are paying every day just to access simple government services will be my administration's focus. The Secretary, yes, thank you. The Secretary of State's office can make your lives better, and we will be relentless in making sure it does exactly that. And I will always fight for the disenfranchised and the underserved. So thank you, Illinois, for putting your trust in me and allowing me today, in front of my mom, my entire family and friends, my wife and my 3 little girls, to be the first person in 24 years to be able to say thank you to the people of Illinois for making me the new Secretary of State of the great state of Illinois. And as I promised you 16 years ago, when I was a 30-year-old kid up on this stage, I will always fight for you, and I will never, ever let you down. God bless you, God bless the United States of America, and God bless the people of Illinois. Thank you so much.